What does PMO mean? By Anonymous.
Not being a part of the PMO lifestyle is the freedom to choose your own destiny. The term PMO is an often repeated term in the NoFap community. That is why everyone needs to know the exact meaning of this word. What is NoFap PMO? The definition of PMO means porn, masturbation, orgasm, in that order. It basically describes the series of events one goes through in order to fap to imaginary people seen on an electronic screen or paper magazine. There is another derivative to this acronym, which is MO. MO means masturbation, orgasm, which means satisfying yourself with your hand while not viewing any kind of stimulating pornographic materials. Some people believe that MOing is better than PMOing, but not doing either is the best option. A lighter version of the NoFap challenge is to do a 100% clean PMO for at least 90 days, and then to proceed to do MO on rare occasions, such as when you haven't been able to be intimate with a girl. As I said, if you can't get a girl for months on end, which is a reality that millions of guys have, it is not the end of the world. You should use that pent-up energy to improve yourself and your life, so that girls would want to become a part of it. The world is a very competitive place in the 21st century. Sexual exhaustion is not something you can afford. Sexual deprivation and more testosterone is what you want out of life. Despite the many freedoms we enjoy, the massive amount of freely available information has made things exceedingly difficult for everyone. Girls these days can get in contact with rock stars that are thousands of miles away from them, which it makes it that much more difficult for the average Joe to impress a girl. PMO means being anti-pornography. The situation is not going to be like this forever. Everything in nature is cyclical, and things are bound to improve, but in the meantime, we have to give an above-average amount of attention to our health in order to gain a competitive edge over the others. That's just how things are. Can you do NoFap with PMO? Some people like to ask the question of whether you can do NoFap without abstaining from PMO. The answer is obviously no, since not engaging in PMO activities is the fundamental objective of NoFap. Now things can get murky once you mix in the question of whether doing MO counts against your NoFap streak or not. Can you do PMO once a month? Asking whether you can PMO once a month or once a week is a very silly question, as the answer is, once again, no. Obviously, the less you PMO, the better you'll be. So, doing PMO once a month is much better than doing it on a daily basis. However, there is a reason why addicts are forbidden from ever enjoying the things that caused their addiction. That's because an addiction forms its own neural pathways in your brain, which makes it extremely likely to cause a complete relapse if you indulge in the thing that formerly caused you an addiction. So, to answer the question, the less you PMO, the better. Even once is enough to cause a relapse. You don't have to reset your NoFap tracker if you relapsed once, but do try to keep such things to a minimum. NoFap dream about PMO. Dreams are a fascinating subject. Not only can they boost your creativity, but many times people find out that they dream about things they don't really want to, like a dream about PMO. The reason why you may dream about porn or masturbation is that your brain is craving that stimulation, and since it can't satisfy that need in real life, it has to make do with imaging it in a dream. Don't worry about this, time heals everything, and the more time passes, the less likely it is that these dreams are going to recur. Can PMO help your porn reboot? PMO is the most important thing you can do to help you complete a full porn reboot cycle. So, the answer is yes, abstaining from PMO is the most important thing you can do on the subject. Is NoFap PMO dangerous? Some guys worry that not doing PMO can somehow ruin their life. It seems that having lived with a routine for such a long time period, they feel that not masturbating might be dangerous and cause physical or psychological issues down the road. The answer here is that there is no way that not masturbating can be more dangerous than actually masturbating. Everything you might think that is dangerous about not doing PMO, can be 10x times as bad if it's about doing PMO. You can ruin your life by not doing NoFap, not the other way around. The correlation between PMO and depression. There is a direct correlation between PMO and depression. The more you use PMO and pornography as a replacement for living life and socializing with other people, the worse your depression and social anxiety are going to be. What about PMO and anxiety? The same things that were said about PMO and depression ring true about NoFap and anxiety, including social anxiety, the most common subset of anxiety found in guys that do PMO. Just like NoFap can treat depression, it can also treat social anxiety symptoms. The closer you bring yourself to living a natural and outgoing lifestyle, the lesser your social symptoms are going to be. Can PMO cause withdrawal symptoms? Since chronically watching porn and masturbating is a type of addiction, that means that abstinence is going to cause withdrawal symptoms. The PMO withdrawal symptoms and side effects are not going to be as bad as some type of drug addictions, meaning there is not going to be any shivering or fevers, but you should be prepared to have headaches, blue balls and a lingering temptation to PMO. The withdrawal symptoms of NoFap may last up to 30 days, although the flatline can last even months after that. The flatline is not counted as a NoFap symptom, which is why I don't count it in those 30 days. Does PMO count as a relapse? Doing PMO, porn, masturbation, orgasm, even once does count as a relapse, although for most people, it shouldn't count against their NoFap count. In order to reset your streak, your relapse should last for at least 3 days, and some days should include masturbating more than once in a 24-hour period. If the PMO endeavor was just a one-time thing, and you manage to counter the chaser effect that happens afterwards, that means you did okay and you shouldn't have to reset your daily NoFap tracker, which is a badge of honor for many people. What are the basic rules of PMO? These are the basic rules of PMO. You must not edge under any circumstance. You must not watch pornography. Even softcore porn and social media photos of enticing women counts as pornography. You should abstain from Mo as matches from PMO. Use the time not doing PMO to do something healthy with your life. What is NoFap Mo? NoFap Mo is a variation from the regular NoFap term, PMO. NoFap Mo means masturbate, orgasm, which is the act of masturbation to orgasm without watching any kind of stimulating pornographic material. The difference to regular PMO is only in the absence of porn. The difference to edging is that you reach orgasm, while edging means masturbation with or without pornography, but without reaching orgasm. This could be slightly confusing, but don't worry, you'll get the hang of the terms soon enough. NoFap PMO versus Mo. One of the most contentious issues in the NoFap community is whether doing Mo while on your streak counts as a relapse or not. Most people in the community don't view Mo as badly as PMO. While PMO is regarded as an instant streak killer, Mo in moderation is usually considered a neutral thing to do. In fact, a large portion of guys tend to occasionally Mo after they pass their first 90 days of NoFap. This is especially true if the guys in question don't have a girlfriend. Mo can serve as a substitute while you are looking for a girl to date. The usual way how things work out is that you do strict NoFap, without PMO, Mo and edging for 90 days, and then, after those 90 days end, you can engage in infrequent Mo. As long as you don't watch porn, even social media and softcore counts, and do it in a chronic fashion, aka the chaser effect, most would say that you are in an okay area of NoFap. However, if you truly want to do things in a hardcore fashion, then you should do multiple 90-day or longer streaks without Mo. The longer time you can spend without masturbation, the better you'll feel. You should strive to give your best in any endeavor you participate in. The NoFap chaser effect. In some parts of this article, it was mentioned that you should watch out for the NoFap chaser effect. The chaser effect is the urge to fap several times in succession after you masturbate once. Most people with healthy neural pathways don't feel the urge to masturbate a second time after the first time. The mere act of feeling this urge is confirmation that you have an addiction to PMO. Think about it, if you feel the need to masturbate 3 to 5 times in a short period of time, that means that you are not masturbating because of a physical need, you already reached orgasm once. The reason you need to masturbate several times in the same day is that of psychological reasons. The same goes for alcoholics. Most people can drink alcohol in the normal social doses, yet some people can't stop drinking until they fall ill. People with porn addictions suffer from the same problems. The only way to cure yourself of the chaser effect is to abstain from PMO for such a long period of time, that those neural pathways become severely degraded.